All right, real fast. I have better things to do with my life than sit here and critique and worry and this, that, and the other. But, and I'm gonna just cap this at 5 minutes. And if it runs more than 5 minutes, I'm gonna be really, really, truly mad at myself. A valuable lesson to be learned is you can't trust no one. Can't trust no one at all. My personal life is exactly what it is my personal life. Okay? Now, I said that I'm not doing this and I don't want to do it. It pains me so much to even have to do this or come out and say anything like this at all. But the unexpected happened. Now, usually when people get into something, they get into an argument, and it's what it is an argument. And that's pretty much what it is. But unfortunately, when you confide in someone and you give them information and then they decide to go beyond just having a dispute with someone and then go beyond and try to attack that person for something that they knew what they did was wrong. Well, boys and girls, let me spell it out to you. It's like this simple. Recently, there was a relationship that was had with this woman, and this woman and I were in a relationship. Though little did I know, it was all a farce, and it was all a little game being played. And yours truly, once again, got snookered, hook, line, and sinker. But the problem is, this situation was a little bit different because it felt like it could have been something. It could have been real. My business doesn't need to go out, but since this individual decided to take it to that level, I'm going to take it there, but I'm going to be very short and sweet about it. This woman who I met this woman, we hit it off, we began hanging out. She rode with me. She rode with me doing work. She was a client. And, nobody tells you who and what to have feelings for. And I didn't think nothing of it because it felt right. It felt good. And I felt like I could open up and tell her pretty much everything. But little did I know her true self. So throughout the time that we met, we hung out, we went to dinner. She would ride with me. She would ride with go to her the service that we provided for her, and she would ride with me a little bit after work or whatnot. And of course, through that time, there was a short stint where, and so she had said that her mom was questioning, why she was coming out home late or why she was coming late. Anyway, it got to a point where I was thinking that the mother was playing the go-between, stopping the relationship because maybe of something of an age difference. And of course, she knew about my age. She knew my age, her age. She was young herself, like a 20-some-year-old difference in age. But then again, she's legal, I'm legal. Age is just a number, not a cause and effect. So throughout all of that, I felt like I could say anything and talk to her. I felt like I could open up. She was never confrontational with me, never really argued until the very end, of course. Not confrontational at all. So it kind of felt good. Young girl digging me, a young girl getting into me and whatnot, and it felt pretty damn good. Until she moved into this other place, and she was going back and forth with her cousin. Now, she had some issues. She had some stuff that she was trying to get taken care of. And she would do things kind of questionable, nefarious shit that at the end, by wanting in the service that we provided for her, she wanted to go to a certain place. And she always wanted to go to that certain place. And I questioned why she was going there. But she said that she had to take care of this. She had to take care of stuff, pay bills, where she used to live at. So, not really knowing, I kind of just figured, okay. I gave her money. I helped her out, because that's the kind of person that I am. And no, I didn't give her money for sexual favors. Those sexual favors were given because it was a mutual, consensual situation. Now, never had any sexual intercourse with her, but I had a lot of nice foreplay. Okay? A lot of foreplay with this girl. And she was not repulsed by me whatsoever. And if she was repulsed by me, okay, she had the avenue and the means to say, hey, I don't want to ride with him. But she didn't do that. On the contrary. And she was asked, do you feel comfortable riding with George? And she said yes. So she was very comfortable in riding with me because she had an interest in me. And what she was doing is she was playing two people, because then she met this other person. She met this other person, and this other person, I don't know the story about it. I didn't know until after the fact. And she claimed that this person was a cousin, living somewhere out of the realm, living as a cousin. So, didn't really think nothing of it. Was, and I would give her money. I would feed her. I would take her out. And, we're even talking about getting her her phone because she's having problems with her phone, but thank God I never did that. So, long story short, after about 5 months, 6 months, she stopped using the service because she went through her program. And she cut back in using our service. And then she kind of cut back in wanting to do things with me after hours, such as on the weekends. So I felt like I was being ghosted. So I simply said, hey, what's going on? Why are you telling me that you want to do something and we can't go out and do something? And then, we were supposed to make plans about, maybe hanging out, doing some karaoke, because she said that she could sing or whatnot. And she would blow me off on that, even going out to a restaurant, blew me off on that. So I kind of realized something wasn't right in Denmark. And then knowing that she was with this guy's place with a bunch of Harleys and a Confederate flag being stitched right in the back there, made you kind of wonder what was really going on. And then she said, well, she's going to go to Bike Week. She's going to go be out of town for about a week or two with her dad and this guy. So right then and there, I kind of knew something was not right in Denmark. I even questioned it before she mentioned anything about Bike Week. I kind of questioned it, and she did not. And said, oh, no, he's my cousin, and he has more ladies coming over here at this place than anything else. I just live here because, that's my kin, and he has all these girls coming by. I was getting suspicious, and I kind of realized in the back of my head, but then, of course, knowing the situation, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt because, again, we never really had any arguments. She was not confrontational with me. And there was no money that was paid to her for sexual services. There was no money paid for sexual services. So let's get that straight. So finally, I called her, and the phone was disconnected. And I was wondering why it was disconnected. I left a message to say, hey. And then I couldn't leave a message. So finally, I went ahead and said, let me block my number and see if by chance. And in fact, then I just had a feeling that I needed to call her by blocking my number. And sure enough, the phone was ringing. So that really pissed me off. And I said, hey, what is going on here? Why did you block my number? So finally, after 3 weeks of not hearing anything from her, I kind of wanted to know what was going on. And I did not go there. I wanted to go there. I wanted to go there to find out what was going on, but I didn't go there. And finally, I asked the proverbial question, why? Why are you treating me like this? And then she comes out with, she said, well, my homeboy, that wasn't my cousin. That was my boyfriend. And I said, oh, is that right? I said, well, wasn't it I who kind of questioned you a couple times and you denied it? I said, what kind of game are you playing? So this woman played a good little role, had an Academy Award. Another Academy Award goes out to another user. So I called her out. I called her out for being a manipulative a manipulative bitch, and I called her out for being just a user and just a person with a lack of any conscience or any moral fiber or any conscience. And of course, there was mention about these bitches. She knew about these bitches because she was good. I met her during my birthday in July, and we were supposed to go out and have a birthday party. The birthday party was backed up a little bit, but she was going to come to the birthday party and be a part of it. So we hung out, we did a lot, and then just to be pushed by the wayside, to be thrown away like yesterday's news, like garbage. You damn right I questioned it. Damn right I questioned it. And she has the audacity and she has the gall to come out and tell me all this shit about being uncomfortable with me, and be the fact that, that she didn't want to hurt my feelings. That's why she never said anything. And she did play me and played me for a fool. Well, you lied to me is what you did. You lied to me. You not only played me, not only hurt my feelings, but you made me have anxiety. You made me emotionally upset and gave me high anxiety. So I hope you're happy with yourself. And by the way, you knew exactly what that video was for. You knew exactly what we were doing on that video, and you were all for it. Things changed, but when I called you out on a character blemish that you have, when I called you out on your nefarious behavior going out to a certain place out there, and I called you out on why you were ghosting me, I called you out on it, then you decided to do the unthinkable and go to these people that I told you about that were no good. Now, you requested you don't want any of the audio being played by these people. They're going to release that audio, whether you know it or not, because that's the kind of people they are. So you want to smite me. You had every plans to throw me out like garbage, like yesterday's news, a means to an end, because the program was gone and you were just going to let me just flounder away and just not say any more to me, making me believe that, there was all a scam, or making me believe that, I was nothing. And maybe if I was nothing, maybe you should have had the common decency and the common courtesy to say, George, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I did this to you. It was not my intention. You didn't even have the common decency to apologize for what you did to me. And then you want to make it as a joke. I didn't pay you for sexual services. I paid you because I wanted to help you in the time and the process of what I did. I thought you were a good person. I thought you were a genuine good person, to come only to find out that you're a manipulative bitch. A manipulative bitch is what you are. And I hope the fuck that you're happy. Now you take it to this level. Well, they're going to try to play the audio. They're going to go against your wishes. And that video you're going to strike, that video is proof. It's proof that I have that you played me. If you didn't want me, you didn't want to ride with me, all you could have done was tell the boss that you didn't want to ride with me. And if I was such a bad person, you should have said that you didn't want to have nothing to do, and that's what you should have done. I would have eventually wanted to find out, but you should have had the common decency and the common self-respect to at least be honest with me and tell me. But no, you didn't have it within you. You want to play me. You wanted to take me for my money. That's all you wanted to do. It's all pre-rehearsed, all pre-planned. So again, I hope you're happy. I hope you're fucking happy with what you did. I don't want to do this. I didn't want this. And by the way, they paid you. How much money did they pay you? Huh? How much money did they pay you to do this? Yeah. Stupid. Really stupid. And you going to get your boyfriend to shoot me? If I ever come there, you going to get your boyfriend to shoot me? Maybe the authorities need to know about that one. Maybe they can tell them about that one. I'm not intimidated by that little punk, okay? First of all, I'm not intimidated by that punk, and I'm not intimidated by any of these bitches or trolls, okay? You are a narcissistic person. You have no soul, you're vindictive, and you have no conscience. I hope you can live with yourself.